I'm in beautiful but windy Armenia this week next to the American University of Armenia campus with your latest crypto capsule. All the info you need in less than 60 seconds. Here we go. This episode is brought to you by ACX, the first crypto specialized customer support, compliance support, and community management provider. Lots of legal and regulatory developments. The SEC announced 13 charges against crypto exchange Binance and its CEO, ranging from a lack of compliance and controls to the commingling of client assets and misrepresentation to investors. This is an important case as Binance is by far the biggest crypto exchange globally. The SEC also announced charges against Coinbase, but in this case, the charges are focused more on operating an unregistered exchange and failing to register its staking as a service business. In both cases, the SEC stated that it deems many crypto tokens listed on these platforms as securities. Many believe that the Coinbase case is such a fundamental question of law that it may go up all the way to the Supreme Court. Following this action, a new bill was introduced by US lawmakers to remove Gary Gensler as the SEC chairman, who many see as continuing this regulation by enforcement approach, which is making the US an unwelcoming place for any Web3 innovation-focused company. Separately, a US court declared that a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, could be deemed as a person under the Commodity Exchange Act. This means that a DAO can now be held liable for violations of the law. Lots of CBDC news as well. Hong Kong Central Bank announced that it is getting ready for retail CBDC use cases. The Central Bank of Thailand launched a new retail CBDC pilot with 2 banks and a Singapore payments provider. And the US Treasury announced it is studying the privacy and risk aspects of a retail CBDC. And finally, the FTX saga continued with a US judge ruling that US courts should have control of FTX's $7 billion plus of assets and not the Bahamas, where FTX was based. And a separate judge ruled that the names of FTX retail clients should remain permanently shielded in order to avoid scams. That's all for this week, folks. Make sure to subscribe or follow so you never miss an episode. And see y'all next week from somewhere in the world.